Hi guys, welcome to Live with Vi, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Guys, can you hear me? Hello? So guys, as I was saying, can you type out your names in capital? So what I can do is we can start the live karmic readings right away as soon as Tamanna logs in. Hi!
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Can you guys hear me? Because they're saying my...
I can't hear you. It's the volume is very faint.
What about now?
Better,
Hold on one second.
Better?
much better.
Okay, great, perfect.
Yes, and I can't see myself as usual. I'm just playing a blind one here. How are
You,
you?
you know what? Get your frequency down to Earth frequency, na? Then we'll be able to see you.
I seriously can't see myself.
That's what I'm saying.
What's happening?
You just have to tune into our frequency.
I think I'm going to try and do that. If I start tuning into your frequency, y'all will have to do my reading. It's not going to be the other way. How are
Uh,
you? So good to see you. So
I
good to
know.
see
How are you?
everyone.
Your Zoom meditations are fantastic. People have been messaging me saying, "Thank you so much for, letting us do this." And I was like, "You have to thank her, man. Totally."
Thank you. Thank you. I'm quite excited.
I
So
know.
how have you been? How was the last 1 week for you?
It's been very good. It's been very good
Mm-hmm.
for me. As my mom says, na, if any retrograde is happening, others have an issue. I don't. She always says,
Touch
why?
wood.
Why is it always opposite with you? I'm like, I
I
don't
know.
know. You know what I mean, right?
I know. I know. I think also what happens is your life is so much of a high energetic vibe that even if there's a retrograde happening, it's supposed to slow people down. You don't feel the that slow pace as much because for you it's like, oh my God, this is so relaxing. So
That
I
is true.
really do.
It's called ants and pants syndrome, as Kunal likes to call it.
But that's good, yeah, whatever rocks your boat, yeah, whatever keeps you up there, it's all good.
I already see a bunch of names.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the names
I
and I'm
know.
like, they must be
So,
wondering, stop your
guys,
chit chat, let's start.
guys, before we start, in case your name goes scrolls up or it doesn't get called out, it's not me doing anything intentionally. I get messages after a reading like this saying, "Why didn't you call out my name? Why?"
Welcome
So,
to my life. You have no idea the amount of messages I get.
so the thing is, because it scrolls so fast, and that's why I want you guys to write your name in capital. It becomes easier for me to read. But then, there's so many names. Sometimes a name just gets skipped out. So should we wait for 7 o'clock to start, or should we just dive into it? How have you
We
been?
can start. I have been good. I have been ants and pants actually. I've just been working through the clock. And yeah, that's about it.
And right now,
A lot
very strong feminine energies, right? So there would be a lot of strength in us to just plow
feminine
through.
energy. In fact, it's going to be a lot of balance. I don't know if you saw my video on the whole Rahu
I
Ketu
did.
thing.
I did.
Yeah. So Ketu's coming to play tonight. Rahu shifted yesterday. So
Yesterday.
of course, yeah. So it is going to be new chapters, and I'm quite excited because I know my personal reading, so I'm quite excited about how it's going to affect me. But
And
yeah, just a quite
congratulations on a new book. Can you give us a little bit of insight as to what it's about?
it's about the vertical path. I don't want to. I will. In fact, we will also do a launch for our audience. So, I'm going to be doing, of
Oh,
course,
thank
we
you.
can't do like a real time launch, but I am going to be doing multiple launches with all the people that I've ever done live sessions with or
Oh, lovely.
collaborations
We're
with.
looking forward to
So we
that.
will do a books reading and we'll
Oh,
figure something out.
wow. That'll be fantastic. That'll be amazing.
Yes, but I'm ready to launch in the next 15 days, but I know Mercury goes retrograde around mid of October till about 3rd of November. So I don't want to do anything during that period. So either before that or after that,
After.
let's see. Yeah,
So it's 7 o'clock. I can start reading out the name. Do you have your glass of water next to you?
I do. I do.
Okay, should we begin?
Yes, I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay, let's go. Guys, again, if you've just logged in, please type your name in capital so that it's easy for me to read as well. And I hope you guys can hear both of us. Okay, we're starting with Deepa Sampat.
Deepa, the message for you is you need to be grounded. That's your karmic lesson right now. Is you need to focus on stop getting carried away by other people's energies and align with your energies.
Okay, Anisha Gaba.
Anisha, the message for you is you need to be more patient. You want things to work out the way you want it, and in a certain time period, you need to kind of just surrender and be more patient.
Aisha Iram.
Aisha, the message for you is you need to be resilient. Stop carrying stress from one area of your life into another. You need to bounce back rather than allowing the stress to affect you.
Nimisha Shah.
Nimisha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to detach from other people's problems. Help other people, but don't put your life on pause in order to help other people.
Astha Kurana or Kurana.
Asta, the karmic lesson for you is you need to trust yourself. Stop doubting yourself because of other people's approval on you. So,
Tia Hemdev.
Tia, the card that's fallen for you is silence. You need to kind of maintain silence rather than pushing your words and expecting people to understand that.
Jayashree Kothari.
Jayashree, the karmic lesson for you is you need to let go of self-guilt. I'm so sure, Jayashree, you're going to resonate with that.
Asmita Oberoi.
Asmita, the karmic lesson for you is be more understanding, and rather than constantly wanting people to understand you, see things from other people's perspective.
Priyanka Agarwal.
Priyanka, the karmic lesson for you is giving up the need for judgment. The card of judgment has showed up. So you need to give up the need to constantly judge other people and just go with the flow.
Reshma Hemdev.
Reshma, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be realistic in your expectations. Check whether you're expecting from an emotional point of view or whether the person actually has it in them to give you what you want.
Surita Mehra.
Surita.
Surita. Surita. Surita.
Surita, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more grounded. Again, stop getting carried away by other people's energies or emotions.
Riddhi Chandan.
Riddhi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to set boundaries without feeling guilty. Be more assertive and set boundaries. Set healthy boundaries.
Akanksha Senani.
Akanksha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to practice humility. Try and be more humble. Stop operating from a space of arrogance or rigidity.
Suraj Valia.
Suraj, the karmic lesson for you is admit your mistakes. You know that you made some mistakes in the past. Rather than blaming it on other people, you need to kind of admit it to yourself so that you come to finding a solution rather than playing blame games.
Barkha Chandak.
Barkha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more humble and practice humility rather than again operating from a space of arrogance or rigidity.
Sonam Kataria.
Sonam, the karmic lesson for you is let go of self-guilt. Maybe you've been feeling very guilty about certain things and you need to stop punishing yourself or criticizing yourself for it.
Ayushi Jain.
Ayushi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to practice humility and be more humble. This card has showed up for the third time in the last.
I was just going to say humility.
So you need to be more humble towards people around you.
Payal Galia.
Payal, the karmic lesson for you is you need to practice gratitude. It's not about thanking the universe. It's also being in acceptance towards what the universe is bringing to you.
Wow. Deepa Balani.
Sorry. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I'm so sorry. Deepa Balani, right?
You could hear me. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The karmic lesson for you, Deepa, is you need to be flexible. Stop being persistent and stop acting like a perfectionist. Be more flexible.
Sukanya Bhandari.
Sukanya, the karmic lesson for you is don't feel guilty for being you. Even though you're following your heart and you're doing everything right for yourself, but do it without self-guilt.
Munmun Chabaria.
When the karmic lesson for you is let go of self-guilt. Again, you need to work on letting go on self-guilt. A lot of repeated cards this time.
We have that soul group, right? So our cards, yeah. Aishwarya Narkar.
Aishwarya, the karmic lesson for you is be more grounded. Wow. Stop getting carried away by other people's energies.
Aradhna Ranglani.
Aradhna, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more assertive, set boundaries, follow your heart, stand up for what you think is right, but do it in a gentle way. Don't do it in an aggressive way.
Sahil Saraswat.
Sahil, the karmic lesson for you is you need to trust yourself. I feel that you're taking a lot of decisions, but with a lot of self-doubt. So you need to trust yourself.
Ishita Jethani.
Ishita, you need to let go of judgment. Again, whatever it is that you're judging right now is only blocking you from receiving from the universe. So give up the need to judge the situation or the person.
Prisha Punjabi.
The karmic lesson for you is you need to be resilient. You know, I have so many cards and just 4-5 cards keep coming out. So, yeah, be resilient.
I think that's even a message for the others, right? To listen to those cards because there's some way it's connected. Richa Sharma.
Richa, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more tolerant. You're getting snappy, irritable, edgy very easily. There's a lot of oversensitive energies. You need to be more tolerant.
Amit Anna.
Ami, the karmic lesson for you is be flexible. Being rigid only lessens your ability to receive, even if the universe wants to bring something to you.
Krupa Patel.
Krupa, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be more in the state of acceptance rather than constantly rejecting or trying to fix or change people. Be more accepting towards them.
Hetal Singh.
Hetal, the karmic lesson for you is you need to channel your inner goddess, embrace your feminine energies, be more sensitive. It is okay for you to be vulnerable, sensitive, and also trust your decisions.
Ritu Chadda.
Ritu, the karmic lesson for you is you need to embody yourself. The meaning of embody yourself is that you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, but you're not putting that to practice. You know, it's all in, knowledge form. You need to convert that into an action.
Shraddha Raman.
Shraddha, the karmic lesson for you is be patient, wait for things to happen according to divine timing rather than pushing it for yourself.
Vishal Hemdev.
Vishal, the karmic lesson for you is acceptance. Don't try to fix people or situations around you. Just accept it and just go with the flow.
Boski Mathija. Mathija.
The message for you is you need to be flexible, give up the need to want things your way. You have this innate desire to take control of situations, and sometimes you just have to be flexible.
Ashna Ramchandani.
Ashna, you need to be more balanced. Stop, oscillating between two extreme emotions or two extreme situations in your life. Try and be more balanced.
Sheetal Nair.
Sheetal, the karmic lesson for you is silence. Practice silence. Give up the need for people to constantly understand your words, or give up the need for you to always have the last say.
Sonam, we've already done your reading. It's there. She's already done the reading. Shawnish Blair.
Sonish, right?
Yeah, Sonish Blair.
You need to admit your mistakes. You're fully aware of where you goofed up, and maybe you're just being in denial about it. And the more denial you are in about it, the more away you're keeping yourself from the solutions to the problem. So admit your mistakes.
Jasmine Javeri.
Jasmine, the karmic lesson is you need to channel your inner warrior. You have a lot of strength, you have a lot of courage, but you need to start channelizing it. But do it in a kind, compassionate way. Don't be aggressive about it.
Janita Chadda.
Janita, the karmic lesson for you is you need to forgive yourself. You're finding it very difficult to forgive yourself and move on or get past by a certain situation.
Nidhi Kanakya.
Nidhi, the karmic lesson for you is detach from other people's problems. That's self-explanatory. So you need to detach from other people's problems.
Prachi Sadrangani.
Prachi, the karmic lesson for you, stillness. You don't always have to take actions towards situations. Sometimes just taking a back seat and like just allowing for yourself to be a spectator or an observer. That's what the situation needs for you to do right now.
Jayashree Punjabi.
Jayashree, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be resilient. You need to snap out and don't carry stress from one area into your life, of your life into another area of your life. So practice a lot of resilience.
Natasha Gadia.
Natasha, I'm already getting a message for you, my dear, but you need to kind of focus on being alone. There's a lot of healing, a lot of letting go that you need to work on. So you need to heal by being alone. That's what you need to do. Stop filling your space with unnecessary things. Sorry, go ahead.
Revati Prabhakaran.
Revati, the karmic lesson for you is be assertive, but do it without feeling guilty. There's a part of you that wants to assert, but then there's a part of you that feels extremely guilty about it.
Deepika Senani.
Deepika, the message for you is you need to be more balanced. Stop oscillating between two extreme emotions or situations.
Kanupriya Podar.
Kanupriya, the karmic lesson for you is you need to trust yourself. Stop regretting the past, because I see that you're attaching a lot of regret from the past into the present, because of which you're not being able to trust your decisions right now.
Ramya Ramakrishnan.
Ramya, you need to be grounded. Oh my, I need to keep this card away. This card has just come up like so many times. Guys, this is a card for collective consciousness. Just try and be grounded. Also with the Rahu Ketu energy changes, the planetary changes.
We all
I think, yeah, so just be more grounded.
Swanika Shah.
Swanika.
Nice name, no?
Okay. Yeah, Swanika, again, you need to heal by being alone. You kind of just filling your space with a lot of unnecessary people, situations. So you need to kind of focus on being comfortable by being alone.
Riddhi Tejokaya.
Riddhi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to forgive yourself. Stop holding. You know, I have so many cards in my hands. Yeah, I just need to stop shuffling. Just keep pulling out one card. Yeah. So forgive yourself.
Meha Shah.
Meha, the karmic lesson for you is you need to embody yourself. You need to put your wisdom, your knowledge into practice and channelize your thoughts in practical ways.
Pallavi Kalra.
Pallavi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be resilient. Oh my God. Okay, snap. You need to snap off, dust off your energies from one area into your life and don't get. Okay.
Sarita Shroff.
Sarita, the karmic lesson for you is be responsible, take charge of situations, be more responsible towards people you love and the situations.
Purvi Parekh.
Purvi, the karmic lesson for you is you need to be vulnerable. If for a change, it's a different card.
Yeah.
So Purvi, be more vulnerable. It's safe for you to kind of let your guards down, let people in and just be more vulnerable. It's okay.
Ulka Mehta.
Ulka, the karmic lesson for you is you need to set boundaries, be more assertive, set boundaries, but be gentle while you're doing that.
Anvita Mehta. Anvita. My sister.
Oh.
Yeah.
Message for stillness. You need to practice stillness. Give up the need to invest energies or withdraw. Sometimes it's just okay to take a back seat and do nothing. So that's what the universe wants you to do right now.
Vandana Nanvani.
Vandana, the karmic lesson for you is humility. You need to be more humble rather than exerting your power on other people around you.
Anmol Balani.
Anmol. So I think Deepa asked that question.
Yeah.
Anmol needs to be more flexible. Ask him to stop being rigid and persistent. You know, I was just thinking, how about one of the weeks we get all the women or all the men
to talk about
and we will do a karmic for their spouses. So
That's
it's
fantastic.
not going to be about girls. We only got to take names of spouses or partners.
Preeti Mehta.
Preeti, the karmic lesson for you is you need to work on letting go of your self-guilt.
Self-guilt has come up a lot.
Yeah.
Prerna Mehra.
Prerna, the karmic lesson for you is detach from other people's problems.
Vaishali Kurhade.
Vaishali, right?
Vaishali, yes.
Balance. You need to be more balanced. Stop oscillating between extreme emotions. Again, that's come up quite often today.
Mitesh Gadia.
Nitesh, you need to be responsible, take charge, and I also see you have a lot of fear of failure towards the responsibilities that you take up. So you need to work on that.
Neelam, I think it's 716. How many more can we do?
We can take two more
Two more?
afterwards.
Okay. Neelam Sunil Sajitya.
Oh, so sorry, Deepam. I thought it was your husband. I'm really sorry, my bad. Neelam, the card for you is humility again. This I have to show you guys. Like, how many times is this card going to come up?
And the last name should we do?
Yeah.
Tibaya Lokhandwala.
Tibaya, the karmic lesson for you is you need to embody yourself. Again, put into practice what you already know. Put into practice the wisdom, the knowledge that you already have. And can I do one
Yeah,
for
I was
collective
just
consciousness?
yes, I was just going to say let's do one.
One card for collective consciousness. This card is relevant to all of y'all. So the card for collective consciousness right now is humility. Oh my, I'm not surprised again. So that's the tone for today's session.
But
is,
why do you
know,
think
humble.
humility has come up? Is
So
everyone?
basically, let's understand the entire
Yeah.
concept of humility. Humility is about not only being grounded, but just, you know, I've always spoken about we operate from a sense of entitlement. And
Yeah.
you know what is happening right now is with everything that we've been through right now, we are living on a very high horse saying, oh, we deserve it. You know, we are tired, we are fed up, we are entitled to be doing this because we've done so much. So though in our life we are constantly giving and we are forgetting that it's our choice that we want to give to people. It's our choice that we want to do for situations or for our family members or people that we love. And we feel that we are entitled to receive something back. And the receiving can be understanding, kindness, compassion, appreciation. You know, humility comes in when you understand that everyone's going through their own thing. And
Their
right
own
now, I
journey.
just need to be humble rather than living on a high horse or, living with the sense of entitlement that, okay, I deserve it all. So, you know, guys, everyone's fighting their battle, and, you know, don't expect everyone's you to be everyone's
Center
center
of
of the universe.
absolutely. And I
So
think
that's what being humble is.
and I think that ties in so beautifully at the meditation that we are going to do, right? Today it's about flowing. So
Yeah.
we
Today's
the act.
meditation.
Hello, can you hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
I think the actual human emotion, okay, is to be at ease and to flow, right? And with all that's happening, we have all hashtag ants and pants syndrome. We've forgotten that we can be with ease with ourselves. We've forgotten how to do that, I think, in these 6 months. You know, because this is such an unaccounted time, don't you think?
It is, and you know, that's again one of the lessons that, you know, there is a higher power taking care of all of us so beautifully. And
Yeah,
you know, I always say that the amount of energy, it takes you this much amount of energy to accept and go with the flow, and it takes you this much amount of energy to change situations
absolutely.
or people. So rather than
Absolutely.
trying to change what's not under your control, change what is under your control. And the only thing that's under your control is going with the flow and being in a state of acceptance.
Wow. I can't wait for today's meditation. So, do you want to give us a little brief or should we just go into it?
Okay, so again, guys, I say this always for those who've meditated with me before, you all know how simple it is to close your eyes and go with the flow. For those who've never meditated with me before, you just have to close your eyes. You can do this while sitting or while lying down, whatever comes to you naturally. Pay attention to my words. Unfortunately, my speakers are not hooked today, so I won't be playing any music, which I usually play. Now, I want where you'll have to turn back because I
Oh,
want everyone's palms to be in a certain way when we're doing a flow of or meditation because of flow. I want your palms to either be on your knees, your thighs, on your stomach, or on your heart, but in an
Okay.
upward position. So it should be
Receiving.
facing the ceiling. No, it should be in a state of flow.
Yeah.
So you're basically flowing out everything that you're trying to. So it's like just, you have palms in your sand and you're just allowing it to flow. So just, you can keep it on your knees if you'll get tired holding it up. So I want everyone's palms to be facing up the ceiling, towards the ceiling. You can keep it on your thighs or on your
This
knees
way.
or on the stomach. Yeah,
Okay.
you're my model. Please demonstrate how that pants should be. Yeah, like a puja ki thali. Imagine you're
Right.
holding a puja ki thali.
You're Jai Bachchan in
Correct.
in a movie.
So guys, close your eyes and just follow my words. I want you all to take 3 gentle deep breaths. And with every breath that you take, allow yourself to go deeper and deeper. Relax your shoulders, your spine. Allow your chest and your ribs to expand with every inhalation and contract with every exhalation. Relax your arms, your forearms. Release all the strain from your fingers. Allow your hips and your tailbone to sink into the surface that you're sitting on or lying down on. Relax your knees, your calves, your ankle. Relax your toes. And continue breathing at a normal pace, comfortable to your body. You will now, in your mind, get a sense of all the things, all the situations, all the people that you are trying to control, all the situations that bother you. It could be habits of people. It could be some things that people said. It could be situations that have happened in the past or are ongoing in your life where you feel threatened or where you feel that you have your guards high up. And as these situations and people are coming up in your mind's eye, as and when you're getting aware to all these people and situations, allow the energy from your heart or your mind to flow into your palms and allow the energy to just release from the palms as you're surrendering it to the universe. Sometimes you may feel heavy in the head. Sometimes you may feel heavy in the heart. So wherever the energy of the situation or the person that you're trying to control is, you can allow the energy to flow into your palms and allow that energy to release from your palms into the universe. There could be a lot of people or situations coming up from the past or present. For some of you, it can also be situations about the future that you may try to control, or you may try to conclude a certain result or a manifestation. You can even let go, surrender that particular situation or outcome that you desire. Keep in mind that by surrendering or by letting go of the present or future, it does not mean you're giving up on your manifestation. It just means that you're allowing the higher power to take charge of it and conclude a manifestation for your highest good. If there's a certain person or a situation that you're finding it difficult to let go or release, you can even use a deep inhalation to push that energy from your heart or your mind into your forearms, all the way through your palms outside into the universe. And the more and more you release, the more and more space you're creating within your existence, inside your etheric field, for more creative energies, for more lightness, for ease and grace. The more we try to control people or situations, the more persistent we are, the more responsibility we'll end up taking, not only for ourselves, but for other people. The more and more we'll end up basing expectations without keeping in mind limitations of people and situations. The more and more you're willing to go with the flow, the more ease and joy you're creating within your etheric field to receive more from the universe and to receive new possibilities that your logical mind would have not even thought of. With persistence and control, we'll end up deriving a certain conclusion that may not always be for your highest good. The more and more you allow people and situations to flow, the less judgmental and more acceptance is what you invite into your life. And take 5 gentle deep breaths to release any energy from your mind or from your heart all the way to your shoulders, your arms, your forearms, all the way flushing it out from your palms into the universe. Feel the lightness, the space created within your etheric field. Get a sense of how you feel with all the control that you've let go of. Feel a sense of flexibility that you feel mentally, emotionally, and ethically. And take 3 gentle deep breaths as you slowly bring yourself back to surface. You can rub your palms and place it on your eyes. And whenever you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes.
I think the hardest part for me is when you said judgment, of not to be judgmental and let it
Mhm.
flow. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear? I couldn't hear you, that's why. I think that one for me was the toughest thing. Everything else flows with ease, but forget judging other people. You judge yourself also so many times, right?
Hmm.
Like, oh my God, why am I not doing this? I'm not a good wife, or I'm not a good human. It's so hard to let go of just judgments.
I'm seeing such lovely comments and feedback. So before I address those comments and feedback, I just wanted to say this, and like I've already said during the course of the meditation, that one thing I've learned, and this is time and again I've said this on this live, is that when you try to control, when you try to conclude, when you try to be very persistent, you're also taking up responsibility for that
Mm.
person's situation, which may not be a part of your karma, number one. Number two is when it's not a part of your karma, it drains you out much more than what
Yeah.
it is. Number three, it puts your life on pause because in your mind, you're like, oh, till the time I don't reach this conclusion, I'm not going to let this person go. I'm not going to let this situation go out of my hand. And because of that, because your mind is basically, it just has a grip on one thing. So if you're focusing on one thing, there's only that much you can focus on, and then life may come and go and you'll miss out on what could be the possibilities of so many other things happening. You know
But
what I mean? So
that, I
yeah,
mean, absolutely right. But like you said, whether your heart is a heavy or head. For me, my heart is always light. It's always the head that is, in my case, heavy because the constant thoughts, right? How do you put that aside? How do you
so
let that flow?
again, it's basically asking yourself, where is the need for perfection coming from? And most of us,
Yeah.
which is including myself, we have, I'll tell you, I mean, this is something that I got aware to not recently, but it's been a while, where I was not persistent. But because the nature of my work where was to constantly know the future,
Hmm.
you know, everything in my life, if I was thrown off guard, I couldn't handle it well. I couldn't
Oh God.
handle going with the flow because it just came to me very naturally, like, oh, I know so much about everyone's future, so I need to know everything about my life. And that's when I had my guards very up. Like, I would not even say hi to someone with whom I didn't have a karmic connection. And like, I'm telling you, like, I've gotten that a lot, that, oh, you're so unapproachable, and we meet you at parties, and you have this wall around you, and I'm like, yeah, but you're not a part of my karma. Why would I even waste my
I'm
energy
glad
saying
I
hi to
didn't
you?
meet you at any party.
No, but of course, now I'm like, okay, going with the flow, and but what I'm saying is that we all go through it, and it's okay. We don't know any better, but now since we know any better, it's okay to live in that space of openness, because when you're opening your heart or your etheric energies to let go,
Yeah.
you're also creating more space in your life to receive,
Receive,
so there's
absolutely.
movement around. Today, imagine you're in a small house, you're in a small space, and it's stuffed with furniture. There's no
Yeah,
room for you to move around. Similarly, the
absolutely.
more control that we have, you're basically choking yourself up. And that's why people are constantly saying that, oh, we feel so stuck and we feel so claustrophobic and we don't. It's because of the control, that you want to control everybody. And you need to understand that, again, now I exactly know why the humility card comes out, is because we feel that we are God's gift to mankind. We feel that we are
Yeah,
superhumans who have the power to control everything, but we don't even realize that we don't even have the power to control our own karma and our
ab-
own lessons. And that
absolutely.
is, and another very important part is, just because you are someone's mother, father, just because you're someone's spouse, someone's sibling, someone's child does not mean you have the power to control their choices of free will. You do not have the power to teach them their karmic lessons. You do not have the power to change their karmic timing. That's why we are mere mortals. We
True.
can't change our own karmic timing. Forget change. You can tell other people that, okay, this is what you need to work on. But you cannot hold their finger and make them walk that journey.
That's so
So
true, but that's so
you
hard to
have to
accept, no?
embrace it is, but it is the fact. This
Yeah,
is the fact of
absolutely.
life.
Absolutely.
I mean, think about it today, even as a second generation, we all go through enough of a mess. Today, I'm a healer. When I was going through my divorce, people were like, oh, couldn't you see it for yourself? I said, no, I mean, couldn't you heal the situation? I'm like, you know what? I could heal myself, which is what I did.
Yeah.
Just because I'm gifted does not mean I can
Take
change
everyone
and
else's onus.
manipulate.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And I mean, by the end of it, we are all mere mortals. And the more choice of free will that we would want in our life, so would other people want.
Others.
Today, we all
Yeah.
want choices, we all want freedom, we all strive for liberation. But in that process of liberation, we are trying to stifle other people and control other people. And
So
that's wrong in
true.
itself. And it's like till the time you're trying to control a person or a situation, you are choking yourself up because you're waiting for a conclusion to happen. And in your head, you're like, oh, till the time this conclusion doesn't happen, I am
I
going
can't
to
do that.
stand with
Yes.
these frequencies and I don't want to grow. I'm not going to move an inch in my life. So other people will carry on doing what they want to do. In the bargain, in the need for control and persistence or perfection, you are putting your life on pause. And that's why, no matter,
So
this is
well
a
said.
problem with spiritual people that, the minute they become aware to other people's faults or lessons, they want to control. They want to become the teachers. They want people to expect or behave in a certain way. And then they may do what they want to do. But as a spiritual person, you still feel stuck. So you're living in this duality that I'm doing so much part puja, I'm doing so much of meditation, I'm learning my lesson, but why am I stuck? You're learning your
Ah,
lesson, but you're pushing other people to learn their lessons. So
absolutely.
this is the reason why I insisted that no, I want to do this lesson on going with the flow because it has a deeper significance to it.
I mean, a little virus we can't even see stopped everyone's, things, the whole humanity's thing in track. And we had no choice but to go with the flow the virus wanted us to go with.
But
It
this is the universe's way of teaching 8 billion people that all you
are mere
intelligent,
mortals.
arrogant, yeah, y'all are just nothing. Like, and a virus that you
Absolutely.
can't even possibly see the entire
See,
world, the money, all the intelligent people of the world, doctors, engineers, researchers, healers, cannot come together and deal with this thing that we can't even possibly see.
it's humility 101, right? It's as big a lesson as we can get.
True.
Oh my God, wow. But this was amazing. We will save this IGTV. It will be on Tamanna's meditation. She has her own series. So it
Oh
will
my
be
God.
on that. And I think we should do at least this flow meditation for ourselves at least once a week to kind of, like you said, right, open out the energy and welcome the receiving energy that we are blocking.
True.
Thank you so much,
So I'm gonna
as
see you next
always.
week.
Yes. When are we
And
talking about your book?
so I would ideally want to do it post the Mercury retrograde because that's when I'm officially going to be
Okay,
launching.
done.
So that is still, of course, but we still, like I said, we have a lot of things coming up. Ideally, I would want to kind of next week because Rahu Ketu has changed. I know we can do the energies of Rahu Ketu as to, just balancing it because Rahu and Ketu is all
Bam.
about a balance, which I spoke about. So
Right.
next week we can start the conversation by talking about the concept and significance of Rahu and Ketu as planets.
Done.
And then we can do a meditation on balance. Then I want to do a meditation on Mercury retrograde and communication, which is going to be around 13th of October. So pre that or around that, we can do entire series on communications.
Okay.
And then we
Fab.
can do the divine feminine. So we have an entire
We have a whole
timetable
thing
ready for the
because
next
we are
week.
feminine and
And
we
then
also to
during
do.
Diwali, we can do the abundance. We can do the Lakshmi Puja and invite abundance into our life.
Absolutely. I'm so excited and it's so good seeing you, yeah, as always. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thanks a
Not
lot.
at all. My pleasure. Thank you, guys. Sending you lots of love, and I will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you for logging into Live with Vi. Subscribe to see more videos.